G'day again from us sailing on Anacam. This episode we sail from the Whitsundays all the way down to Bundaberg. We start off where we finished in the last episode.
Okay, darling.
Yes, dear.
Whereabouts are we?
We're in Sid Harbour.
And what island would Sid Harbour be on, or which part of Australia?
In the Whitsundays somewhere.
Whitsunday Island.
Oh, there you go. Why are you asking me when you already know?
Because you're going to tell the people that'll be looking at this.
Well, it's in the Whitsunday Island. Okay?
The Whitsundays sure are one of the more beautiful places along our east coast. Magnificent cruising grounds. The following is the first of our cruiser interviews. We met Bazza Captain up in Bowen some time ago.
I'm Rod Dalton.
And my name is Baz Dalkins, and I'm the lucky bugger that married this lovely lady.
Well done, and welcome aboard Anacam.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, when did you guys first start sailing?
Well, I started sailing probably when I was in the Navy back in the early 60s. I learned to sail and swim simultaneously on a VJ on the Swan River. And I say learn to swim as well, it's because they got these factories and warehouses along the river. And you're happily sailing along, and then there's a gap between the warehouses in the water.
Swan River, as in Western Australia?
Yes.
My hometown?
Yeah, your hometown, yes.
Okay.
And
Sorry, I'm bumping you.
learn to swim and sail sort of simultaneously. And later on, after I got married and had kids, I bought a dinghy, a Skipper 14.
So this is like first marriage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Skipper 14, and decided this was pretty good. And we used to cruise on the Coorong in South Australia, mostly me and my boys, but sometimes the whole, me, the missus and the two boys. And we put up these little Woolworths tents in the sand dunes, you see.
Oh, fantastic.
My wife didn't like things that heeled over, so I bought some America hulls and turned my little Skipper 14 into a trimaran. That worked. And it worked pretty well, and we could now all go cruising merrily together. And
In the Coorong especially.
fine. Anyway, I decided I needed a boat that was big enough to have a bit of a galley on board and actually some accommodation on board, so we didn't have to put up a tent at night. And I built a young 7.8. And soon after I became widower, yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
I met Roz.
Good find.
And I took, look, I tell you, I'm the smartest guy on the planet, because as soon as I met her, I decided I was going to marry her.
Just for your information, the link to this full interview is in the description below. What a beautiful morning to be leaving the Whitsundays. Starting any passage, the weather, the forecast, what we've got coming at us in the next few days is very important. We're located up here in Sid Harbour on Whitsunday Island in the Whitsundays, and we're going to sail down to the port of Bundaberg down here in the Burnout River. We're going to have several stops along the way, but we'd like to know what is happening out there before we leave, so there's no surprises. We use PredictWind for all of our passage planning. The link for PredictWind will be in the description below. We motor sail down Dent Passage with Dent Island on our starboard side and Hamilton Island on our port side. We say see you later to the beautiful Whitsunday Islands.
Okay, darling. Whoop, where are we? Out here. Where do you want to go?
Bundaberg. Oh, today?
Yeah. Okay, today.
Snorkel? Shore?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure that shore is closer than Swarthmore.
It would be awful to go to Swarthmore, would it?
Yeah, as long as we keep pushing. Let's just get going.
Push.
Shove.
Okay, darling. Whereabouts are we?
Oh, we're at Brampton Island.
Brampton Island?
Yes, Brampton Island.
And what's significant about this place?
It's got palm trees and a beach and a couple of people we know. That's it.
They live here?
No. Cheers.
I walk to you so I can be close to you. It's really simple if you look at it that way. Time that we get by with money.
Okay, darling. Whereabouts are we?
St. Bees, apparently.
St. Bees?
Yeah, apparently bees live on this island.
And this one over here?
Is Keswick or Keswick? Depends on your pronunciation.
This would be Laura and Steve on their beautiful catamaran called Eaglehawk. And Janice and David on their beautiful catamaran Swag.
Yes, thank you very much for that.
We sailed past all of the anchored ships, just off the Hay Point coal terminal.
Okay, darling. Whereabouts are we?
We're at Prudhoe Island,
Prudhoe Island.
off from Mackay, which is over there somewhere.
Over there in the sun, yep, over there.
Yes.
And here would be Prudhoe, is it?
Yes, it's even got a sign on it. That's about all.
Since leaving the Whitsundays, every night we have stopped. It has been just for the one night. While the weather's good, we will keep moving.
Playing like children and love like carpentry. You were too good for me, but I wanted you anyway. I always loved you over my head, even when you lived alone to make your parents mad. Say goodbye to your life, turn the page.
Okay, dear, where are we?
We would be anchored, or just dropped our anchor, here at Marble Island, part of the Duke group of islands. Somewhere off the Queensland coast.
We did stop at Marble for a couple of nights. This bay is called Port Clinton, part of the Shoalwater Bay Military Practice Firing Range. Always check the notice to mariners before sailing into here. And again, just after the one night, we make way for Great Keppel Island, this time with a buddy boat, Exhale.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only
The winds on this day were so fickle, we had to use the cast iron topsails, at times just to make way. And where else but on the high seas will you see someone eating their breakfast and watching the latest episode of SV Delos.
all around the globe trying to protect your souls. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are
There are two ways to check up on what your buddy boat is doing. One is to put the binoculars over the lens of the camera. The second way is to check the AIS. We catch up with Fiona and Trevor on their beautiful catamaran Exile at Great Keppel Island for interview number 2.
Tell us where to anchor.
Have a look and do some research and look where the spots are to anchor, because I've just bloody come in here and you're just standing there going, or saying, where are we going to drop the pick? And you go, oh, I don't know.
There looks good.
Yeah. I said, what about here? She goes, oh, I don't know. What about over there? Anyway,
Okay, guys. Say your name.
Trevor and Fiona.
Trevor and Fiona.
Yeah.
And what made you decide to build your own yacht, this beautiful catamaran we're sitting on? What made you decide to do that?
How the journey started.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to tell you that we had never, or I had personally never ever owned a boat. Never ever owned an outboard motor. The outboard motor on that dinghy out there is the first outboard motor I've ever owned. And never had any interest in boats. You know, people we knew had boats and everything, and I thought, oh, what a waste of money and waste of time, and you know, all that sort of stuff. And then what happened? We
went on the holiday to Whitsundays.
Oh, before that though, Fiona's dad has a 31-foot Moody monohull, and yeah, it's a beautiful boat.
Moody's a tough little horse.
And
We
yeah.
never really enjoyed our time on it because
There was 5 of us, and we'd always go with the Rillos. So
there was never enough beds, and the kids with 5.
31 feet with 5 of you would be a little bit
Too
tight.
close for 3 kids, so yeah. So we did it a couple of times.
So we went a couple of times and went, you know, yeah, boats, you know. And then, I don't know, I got the brainwave, but we'd go and hire a bareboat charter up at Whitsundays, and we hired a big 46-foot lagoon, and we had 4 families on there, 11 people. And
It was the best holiday we've had.
and we
you know.
filled it up with beer and food and all this sort of stuff, 11 people, and we still did 11 knots across the Whitsunday Passage.
And this is the beautiful catamaran Exile, built by hand from the ground up by Fiona and Trevor. Jump on the link in the description to see the full interview.
in the sky. I need you to listen. I need you to
So,
By Great Keppel Island.
and Trevor and Fiona on
By
Exile.
Exhale, by Swag, by Eagle Hawk, and all the other people that we've met here that we've never met before who are just fabulous.
Love you all. Catch you down the road.
This would be the final passage for this episode. We got caught in a very severe thunderstorm. The radar at one time shows us right in the heart of the damn thing. This flaming thing was rolling off the coast somewhere around Round Hill 1770 and Agnes Waters, and it was heading out to sea where we were. I did mention earlier that the radar would show the storm right on top of us. We are the little plus symbol right in the centre of the screen, right underneath this damn thing. This passage ended well as we found ourselves in a slip in the Bundaberg Port Marina. We head off to surprise our dear friend Casey On the vessel, the main event.
You ready? The noise is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? And?
What?
I don't know.
Shut up.
G'day, stranger.
How are you? I'm so happy. Where are you living? Where are you living?
We purchase a car, the first one we've owned in 5.5 years. I might have mentioned in several of the episodes that we were looking for our forever home. It was time for us to up our game and look very closely. We fell in love with this part of the world the first time we sailed in here, and it didn't change the second time we sailed in here. Now this is the third time we've been to the port of Bundaberg. Now is the time to find somewhere that we can call home. The second time we sailed into the port of Bundaberg, we hired a car for a couple of days and went looking very closely at a lot of real estate. And just by sheer chance, we saw a house for open sign on one premises. We called the agent, and the rest is history. We met John and his lovely wife, Anita, and since then, we've stayed in touch and we spent quite a bit of time together. Meet John and Anita. We had a look at a lot of different real estate over a period of time. We were living on Anacam in the marina, and this horrible storm built up and started heading our direction. You could call this the calm before the storm, and the serenity was about to be broken, big time. This was fast moving. It packed a punch. A true blue Aussie supercell. This storm cell was going to demonstrate to us just how powerful Mother Nature can be. It was quickly turning daylight into dark. This was very similar in size to the storm cell that we sailed through just the other night. And the only difference is, this was happening in daylight. The one we sailed through was in the dark.
Time for a love potion, a little sweet and spice. Throw it all in a cauldron, mix it up real nice. Fire in my eyes, stir counterclockwise. Dream of
As this horrible thing is about to land right on top of us, it was time to duck for cover. Inside Anacam we go. absolutely crazy wind speeds were being recorded, depending on where you were. Anything from 60 to 100 knots was recorded as this went through. That would be anywhere from 120 to almost 200 km/h winds. The heavy rain and the sea surface being ripped up by the winds almost gave us the perfect white squall. In amongst all this mayhem, 2 boats broke free in the marina, one of them getting a hole amidship and sinking. We managed to salvage it over on the small beach just behind the marina, run it aground and waited for the tide to drop to empty the water out of it. There was several more boats blowing over on the hard stand, causing a lot of damage. 2 very heavy cranes attempted to lift the catamaran out for repairs, but they were unsuccessful. Eventually it was towed up to the town slipway, where it was run up on the cradle for the repairs. After all the excitement had settled down, I catch up with fellow cruiser Mark for another interview.
That might stay in the bloopers. Okay, here we have another cruiser that is going to tell us a little bit about their history. His name is Mark. Okay, Mark, when did you first start sailing? Better still, where do you come from originally?
I was born on an island called Jersey, Channel Islands. Long time ago. Age doesn't matter. It is. Well, it feels like a long time ago. I've been here nearly 30 years. Bought my boat Sirocco in 2009.
2009?
Yeah.
Well, someone has a full hourglass wrap in their spinnaker while they're still tied to the dock here in the port of Bundaberg. Head down to the description and jump on the link to see the full interview with Mark. Yay team, we found somewhere we can call home. We catch up with John and Anita again, and the rest is history.
We are.
We're off to the fund.
Actually, I'll have to get back a little bit.
Right? And we're going to make it a fundraiser, not a fundraiser.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're even bringing
I'm gonna get this man in action.
You're going to be here tonight, so we're going to look after it tonight.
Yeah, and I told him 5 o'clock to be there instead of 5:30. I've just rung him.
And I must say the girls are looking stunning. What do you
This
think?
one always looks stunning.
Cam, what do you think? Have a look at them.
Delete that.
We believe that this man is the best around Bundaberg for real estate. Our new home base for Anacam. Somewhere to sail away from and sail back to.
But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I were safe and sound.
This is where we live. This is paradise. Hello ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching that video. Now, please hit the like and the share.
Right here
No, like and subscribe. Thank you.
in front of us. So can we just slow down?
To my beautiful Annie, the best and the most beautiful things in this world cannot be seen or even heard, but must be felt with the heart. Thank you for being there for me.
Embrace the love we found, for you and I, safe and sound. Can we just slow down? And we just waste another day. I will not stay. You say you need a change, feel that you need it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time. Buying things online, it's not like we need them.
A big shout out to all of the beautiful people that we met along the way on this amazing journey. Cheers from us sailing on Anacan.